Okay. Happy February 1st, everybody. So, it is time for me to finally finish this Lantern Rite event. Or, I guess maybe we won't finish tonight. I'm probably gonna... I have maybe 3 hours tops to play, and I don't know if there's 3 hours left of content. If the last two missions are as long as the first two missions, then there's maybe 3.5 hours worth of content left. But at the time of recording this and live streaming this, I have finished editing the first half of my playthrough. And by first half, I mean everything up until this point. If you're watching this on YouTube, however, you've already watched that. But for those of you watching live, and, well, you're about to see what we're going to do today. So, first things first, agenda for the day is we're going to try to finish the letters, the gift thingies. I think at least one more of those should be available and up to play. I actually wanted to delay starting this stream because I was rendering the edited part of the first half of the Lantern Rite event, but unfortunately it says that there's 1:15 left on its render, but because we have this stream rendering, because we're live streaming, it's probably using a lot of my computer power and it's not going to finish. So, I'm expecting a lot of technical difficulties for the first chunk of this stream. Well, here's a bonus thing, I guess, for the YouTube people. For anyone who's been curious, this is what I use to edit down my streams. This here is Shotcut. So, for those of you who don't know, this is what Shotcut looks like. And it looks like my render is done. Hooray! I can now close this, and we can move back. Editor me, don't be afraid to skip further ahead, because probably one of the first things I'm going to do is just to redeem a bunch of menu shit, so there's a high likelihood that nobody's going to actually want to watch that, so just cut it out. I'm kind of excited to see how this storyline ends. There's still 2 missions left, and if my knowledge of storytelling is anything to go off of, I expect we're about to get to the climax of the story, and then the 4th act will just be the resolution and new lighting the lanterns up into the sky and whatnot, like we do every year. So this is probably going to be the stuff's going to go down stream. Downstream. That's funny. Oh, when we get to 1500, we get the New Year's out. We still haven't seen Xiangling put on this outfit yet. So that's probably what's going to happen in the 4th act. It's Lynette's birthday. And they're twins, so Linny's birthday as well. Hey, Chevy. Hello, Dan. Happy Lantern Rite. Are you here for a case? You don't look like you're here for work. I'm being forced to take a vacation. Of course you would be forced to take a vacation. The My Son Gardiennage stipulates that all employees are required to use our vacation time by the end of the year. I never use my vacation time. What happens if I don't use my vacation time is it gets added to my paycheck on the final paycheck of the year. Which, if you guys want an idea of how little I get paid, it was about $823, if I remember right, was how much my unused vacation time added up to. I don't know how much was taken out for taxes, so use that information as you will. The end of year calculations came through, and the patrol found out that I hadn't taken a single day off, so it sounds like a demanding job. Is it like that for everyone? No, our officers operate on a rotating schedule, but as the captain of the squad, I'm always on duty. I also deal with a lot of emergency cases, so over time I just forgot to take vacation. I was fine going without any time off this year, but my officers wouldn't hear of it. They started shouting about how rules are meant to be followed and a captain needs to lead by example. Basically, they wouldn't take no for an answer. One of the gestionnaires who works with us mentioned how Liyue is a top vacation destination during the Lantern Rite Festival. And because Lantern Rite is the New Year event, which means until the actual New Year's event thingy takes place, the year hasn't ended yet. So she's really cutting the no vacation time close. He pulled out a boat ticket right then and there. So here I am. Oh, well, you took a boat here. God, why do we have to walk everywhere in this game? And I have to hand it to him. Liyue is a sight to behold this time of year. I just came back from Qiaying Village, actually. I really loved the dim sum they made. They made with tea. I bought some to share with the special patrol. I was planning to follow local customs and make a few gift envelopes as well. It's just, I'm not very good at this kind of thing. No matter what I do, it always ends up looking weird. Do you know how to make them? I've got some suggestions. I love that sticker. I love that sticker so much. It's best if we go with a blue pattern. There we go. Oh, this turned out great. You deserve something in return. Here, take some of the dim sum as thanks for your help. Receiving this envelope from you really makes this trip worthwhile. Still, I've been away for some time now. I wonder if my officers are keeping up with their training. Well, I guess it's time to start planning a fitness test. Whatever you say, Chevreuse. Alright, 8 o'clock the next day, huh? Well, I believe the next day is when the main story starts, so...
Today's the day Ningguang said to meet up again. Let's head to Yujing Terrace!
That's up here, right? Gleeman Arts and the Rite of Homa, the spirits are calmed and life restored. That is a mouthful of a quest title. Alright, the gang's all... Ah, there's water.
Whoa, everyone's here already!
Hey, Paimon. Did you have a good rest?
Yep, pretty good, thanks!
How's the situation looking? Since we last met, we have seen an uptick in patient numbers in Liyue Harbor.
Also, my cousin wrote back to me. She mentioned that people have started to get sick in Yilong Wharf as well.
Uh-oh, that's not good. It's spreading. If it starts getting all the way to Mondstadt and Fontaine, I'll be really worried.
Oh no, it's spread to Yilong Wharf now?
But as long as we solve the core problem, the fetter in people's bodies will dissipate and they'll make a speedy recovery. The good news is that thanks to the Tichuan's efforts, we have now locations of all 8 gates.
Woohoo! So what's the plan?
Obfuscate one gate and seal the others? Tonight we will deploy the array and set up a Homa altar at each of the gates. This will enable the funeral parlor's secret art to incinerate the fetter. Since the gates are interconnected via the ley lines, the secret art will be amplified to all of Liyue. Not a single wisp of fetter will escape its grasp. It's going to be the biggest purification ceremony in the funeral parlor's history. Okay, so what are the locations of the 8 gates? You needn't worry. They're all accounted for. Actually, we already knew the locations of the first 4 2 days ago. Yeah, you told us then. And actually, I think this is the first time we've ever seen a map of the ley lines, now that I know that this is a map of the ley lines. Kaching is already set out for the Gate of Life in Yilong Wharf. Ganyu is en route to the Gate of Concealment in Mount Aotsung. Beidou is covering the Gate of Fright in Guyu in Stone Forest. Yulan will tackle the Gate of Injury in the Chasm. As of last night, we confirmed the locations of the remaining 4 gates. The 5th gate, in the terrain of the Diwa March, the Conqueror of Demons has pledged to defend it. Go figure, it's right underneath Wangshu Inn. The 6th Gate of Repose is in Chinksa Village. This one has been claimed by the Boo Boo Pharmacy duo. The 7th Gate of Initiation is located here in Liyue Harbor. Lanyan and I will see to this one.
What about the final gate?
The 8th Gate of Death. Last but not least is the Gate of Death at Wuwang Hill, which, let's be honest, has Director Who written all over it.
Wait, so you've assigned all the gates already?
Well, what are we supposed to do then? Sorry, you got here too late. Let me take the Gate of Death. Now I'm just thinking of, like, the 8 gates in Naruto, because the 8th gate in that one is also death. That's why I said the 8th gate of death. It's not because I remembered that the 8th gate was death, even though they told me the names of all 8 of the gates. Alright, let me guess. There's a secret 9th gate for me?
Yeah, people are always saying 8 gates when they mean 9. It happens all the time, right?
Well, actually, there's 7 gates. It's a 7-fold array with a secret 8th gate. So I don't think there's a secret 9th gate. Nope, not in my experience. Hutao did not get entertained by that joke. If you have to take a gate, go steal the Tichuans instead. And I appreciate your eagerness to help, and as it happens, Miss Lanyan and I have a matter we'd like to discuss with you.
That's right. But let's discuss it once Director Who's done with you.
Wait, so Director Who does need me for something? Sorry I went ahead and told them that I'd be stealing you for a while. I haven't had much time to enjoy myself this Lanterite, and come this evening, I have to leave the city again, which means I'll miss out on all the lanterns. So I want to use a little downtime I have to hand some fortune coins to my friends. Then, I can at least say I did Lantern Rite this year. Fancy you joining me for that? I mean, if she's gonna ask nicely and beg, who am I to say no? And, thumbnail. No, I think she blinked. Let's get another one. There we go. Let's just dump that in the folder. She is totally doing this because she fully expects to die. That is my takeaway from this. There were dropping hits and so many death flags. This has literally been death flag o'clock for Hutao for like the last 2 hours of this story. Absolutely. This is one thing Director Who's had to look forward to. Otherwise, she'd have set out for Wuwang Hill by now. That being said, I don't think she's gonna die. They're not gonna kill off a character in a time-limited event. Which sadly lowers the stakes of this quite a bit, in all things considered.
Oh, so you were waiting for us all this time?
It's okay. Since time was tight, I already asked the Tichuan to pass along my fortune coins to all the people handling the gates. I'm grateful for their help. It should have been the funeral parlor's responsibility, after all. Think nothing of it, Director Who. Anyway, I have a few friends left to visit in Liyue Harbor, so let's do the rounds, shall we? So, okay, who's on our friends list that we haven't run into yet? So, I'm thinking Xinyan, Chongyun, Xingqiu. Oh, I didn't get to read that. Oh well, let's talk to you real quick. Don't forget to come back here after Director Who is done with you. There's a favor I'd like to ask of you. About the people assigned to the 8 gates. If you want to drop by and say hello to them, well, you better hurry if you want to make it back in time. Gate of Life is at Yilong Wharf. Gate of Concealment is at Mount Aotsong. They're being seen by Kaching and Ganyu, respectively. Gate of Fright can be found at Gunyan Stone Forest, and the Gate of Injury at the Chasm. Those are somebody. As for the Gate of Terrain at Dihua Marsh, that's been taken by the Conqueror's Demons. All 5 locations already. Oh, so we can get optional dialogue.
See you shortly, traveler. We'll be waiting.
About the 8 gates.
Oh, you want to learn more about the gates?
Yes.
Well, as you heard earlier, the gates are basically 8 key nodes in Liyue's ley line network.
Uh-huh.
You must be wondering why the Ministry of Civil Affairs had to do so much work to find out the locations of the gates.
Yes.
Well, The Chiman arts teach that the state of the ley lines is intricately linked to human activity. Each can affect the other.
So all the key nodes are where people will live.
In other words, the gate's locations are subject to change over time.
As people also do.
For instance, before our ancestors moved to Chenyu Vale, they lived near the chasm. My grandpa says that back then, the gate there was the gate of life. Yet all these years on, it's become the gate of injury.
Weird.
So we had to map out the gates all over again to make sure we're deploying the array properly.
Strange. We can quickly find them. I'll go check on them real quick. If I have to go out of my way to find each and every one of them, this is going to be a pain in my butt. Oh, yeah, she's right here. Interesting. Oh, look at the little doll. Oh, that's cute. The rotten figure. Oh, fancy seeing you here. Don't you have business with Director Who to attend to?
Whoa, you really gather intel like it's going out of fashion. But anyway, we heard you were taking part in the 7 and 8 gates method, so we came to check in.
About the Gate of Injury. It's piqued your curiosity, huh? Well, this one is one of the least fun gates there is. The Gate of Injury symbolizes wounds and loss. It's one of the 3 gates of great misfortune, along with the gates of death and fright. A long, long time ago, this was actually home of the present-day people of Chenyu Vale. But as you know, there was a huge disaster here. My ancestors fought alongside the Yakshas, and gave their lives to save Liyue from peril. We learned about that in the Chasm Quest, for those who don't know. That's why it has to be me here, guarding this gate. Unless you've got other burning questions, I must ask you to leave at once. I'm sure you still remember the time we experienced the depths of this place together, and I trust you haven't forgotten just how dangerous it was. Yes, I do. Alright, Gate of Injury done. Let's go to Guyunstone Forest next. Ah, I see them. There's a little Rattan Hutao at each one of these. Hey, how'd you end up stranded out here? Ningguang didn't actually rope you into this too, did she?
We heard you were taking part in the 7 and 8 gates method, so we came to see how it's going.
About the Gate of Fright. Ah, so you already know what's what. Since ancient times, the Gate of Fright has been known as the Gate of Great Misfortune. It usually shows up in places filled with fear and desolation. I guess this place checks all the boxes. With all the demons, Rex Lapis suppressed here. Don't remind me. But the Crux fleet is right at home in places like this. If I didn't have to work tonight, I'd have loved to take you on a walk around the area. Alright, which gate do we want to check out next? I'm thinking Yilong Wharf, because that's going to probably take the longest to narrow down. It's a big area. And technically, we've already covered the gate that's at Liyue Harbor, because that's the one where Ningguang is set up, I'm assuming. I am assuming. It might be somewhere else in Liyue Harbor. But Lanyan and Ningguang were the ones covering it, and we've already talked to them. Okay, look for a giant, suspicious-looking altar.
20 minutes later.
I have almost exhausted all avenues of search. Oh! Okay, we found it. Yeah, when you say Yilong Wharf, I don't think this mountain overlooking Yilong Wharf. Adorable little rotten figure. I hope they give us, like, one of those for the teapot. Oh, Dan, Paimon, what brings you here?
We heard you were taking part in this 7 and 8 gates method, so we came to see how you were doing.
I see, so Ningguang's explained the situation to you already. About the Gate of Life. The Gate of Life symbolizes growth, prosperity, and revitalization. Prosperity, I believe, is her talent materials. It is the most auspicious of all the 8 gates. As you can see, the gate is currently situated at Yilong Wharf. Later tonight, I will use the power of the gate at Director Who's Raton figure to take on some of the Fetter Blast for her. With each gate helping to share the load, yes, I'm sure we'll make it through the crisis. That's kind of comforting to know. Still, I think Hu Tao was lying. I think that, she thinks that she's gonna die. I feel like she's gonna do the same thing the butterfly does in the story. Sacrifice herself. Mount Out Song, I believe, was one of the locations, right? Didn't have to venture far for this one. Hey there, you two. I wasn't expecting your company here at Mount Out Song.
We heard you were taking part in this 7 and 8 gates method, so we came to see how you were doing.
About the Gate of Concealment. Don't worry, this gate is a place of refuge, peace, and good fortune. It's the perfect place for Master and the other Adepti to live in seclusion. I believe they're currently discussing something in Master's abode. Once this crisis is over, you'd become more than welcome to come and stay here for a little while. It'd be good for your health. Why would you say Master's abode? But didn't she move to like Leeway last year? She's living in the harbor. Did they say someone was at the Guili Plains or Dihua Marsh? Ah, there it is. Conqueror of Demons. Dan, Paimon, how are you feeling after your trip to the border?
We're feeling great, thanks! We just heard you were taking part in the 7 and 8 gates method, so we came to see if there were any issues.
About the Gate of Terrain. No need to worry, though the Gate of Terrain symbolizes fire and volatility. It also stands for light, growth, and prosperity. Why does that sound familiar? For that reason, it is seen as a somewhat auspicious gate. The greatest challenge tonight will be found not here, but at Hu Tao's Gate of Death. I will do my utmost to alleviate her burden. Oh wait, Qingxi Village. Boo Boo Pharmacy. Only 5 were at location, which means Baiju and Chi-Chi are still over here. They're about to head out now, I guess. Hu Tao, Dan, Paimon.
Oh, I didn't expect to see you here at this hour.
We're just about to set out for Qingxi Village. Guess we caught you just in time then. We're here to deliver some fortune points.
You're in unusually good spirits, Director Who. Even pesky Baiju gets a fortune coin today?
Of course, of course. There's enough for everyone. Here, this one's for you.
It's the sun symbol.
The sun symbol. You're absolutely right, Dr. Baiju. In terms of your peskiness, I mean. So I'm afraid I won't be wishing you success in your medical and immortality-seeking endeavors. That would just make things unnecessarily difficult for me. The sun symbol symbolizes peace and harmony in the world. My wish is that all be cured of their ailments before arriving at your door, so you'll be spared the sight of pain and suffering. Haha, I see. Director Who's hoping that you'll go out of business, Baiju. Shang, this one's for you. Oh, wow, even the snake gets a coin? Let me see. Oh, a cross symbol. The cross symbol represents growth, prosperity, and balance between heaven and earth. May you soon regain all the power and memories you possessed in your prime. It's very thoughtful of you, Director Who. I assume you also brought one for Chi-Chi? For me? Yep. This peace symbol coin is for you, Chi-Chi. It symbolizes safe passage. In other words, stay away from dangerous place next time you go herb gathering. If anything were to happen to you, poor Mr. Baiju would be in a real pickle, because he'd have no one to study his secrets of immortality from. And I'd be affected too, of course. I can't bury you if I don't know where you are. Got it.
Aw, it's nice to see that Chi-Chi's recovering well from all that fetter at the border.
I am a zombie. Zombies can't get sick.
In fact, Chi-Chi insisted on joining me at the gate tonight. She's determined to help eradicate the fetter.
Bad fetter. I don't like it. It can make people sick, and then Baiju has to heal them. It can also make people die, and then they have to get buried by Hu Tao. Too much trouble. Don't worry, Chi-Chi. Tonight we'll solve the problem once and for all. Alright, everyone. We won't overstay our welcome.
One moment, Director Who?
Ooh, Baiju's catching on. Please tell me he caught on. What's wrong, huh? Wait, what are you doing? Aha! So the secret art works even if there is no illness present. Seems like a sizable step forward for Baiju's research.
Tonight, you will stand guard over the Gate of Death, the most ominous gate of them all. It may not help much, but I transferred a little extra life force to you. May it help you stay alert and focused during the proceedings.
Hopefully not as a detriment to your own health, though.
You needn't worry about that. As your archenemy, why would I undermine myself to help my opponent?
Alright, well said. This time I'm really leaving. Bye, everyone. Good luck, Hu Tao.
Where to next?
I don't understand why everyone hates Chi-Chi. Time to visit Yunjin.
We are grateful for Director Who's well wishes. Don't worry about us. Focus on your own.
Good luck, Hu Tao. Alright. Oh, another coin. Yeah. Nope, it's daytime now. Oh, Yunjin, aka Miss Yoon. Also aka Director Yoon. Huh? Hu Tao, what brings you here? Oh, and the Traveler in Paimon, too. Is this about the other day? I swear I didn't say anything bad about you. They were just trying to find out where you'd gone. No, it's not about that. I'm just here to say hi to my friend, assuming that that's alright with you. Oh, yeah, of course. Why is she worried that she was back-talking Hu Tao? What has Hu Tao done to Yujin in the past?
Also, she brought some fortune coins for you.
Yep. Here, take a look. Ooh, there's two of them there. What are these? They're fortune coins engraved with the yardstick symbol. One for you and one for Xinyan. Where is Xinyan? You're the top performing artist in all Lewis Harbor, and I wish you success beyond measure. Could you pass Xinyan's coin to her for me? I haven't been able to find her all day, but I know she won't miss your show tonight. Thanks, Hu Tao. I really appreciate the coin, but how come you can't just give it to her yourself this evening? I'd love to, but unfortunately I won't be able to make it to the lantern display tonight. That's the whole reason I'm here now. Oh, how come? You have something else on? Just a little thing I have to do for work. Ah, right. I heard the Ministry of Civil Affairs announce that they'll be reviving an ancient ceremony tonight. Something about lighting a flame and dispelling smog. Your little work thing wouldn't have anything to do with that, would it? You're a sharp one, Miss Yunjin. Yep, that's exactly it. Is it dangerous? Technically, but only a teeny little bit. Dan will back me up on that. Yeah, Hu Tao's right. She's been lying to us the whole last day about how dangerous this is. Are you sure? Ah, come on, Yunjin. I get that you won't take my word for it, but if you can't trust Dan, whom can you trust? I didn't mean it like that. Anyway, since you can't make it tonight, how about I sing the Sanctification of Tao Du for you right now? Does that sound good? Oh, that's so nice of you. But since you're offering, I'd rather hear a certain other tune instead. You know the one, right? Uh-oh. What is this? Which one? Sorry, I'm a little lost. You know, you've sung it to me before.
What are you talking about? Is this supposed to be a riddle?
No, it doesn't sound like a riddle, Paimon. It sounds like something that is a private matter that we should probably walk away for. The opera version of the Hilla tune. We made a bet and agreed that whoever lost had to sing lyrics chosen by the winner, in their own style. Result was Yoonjin's spectacular operatic version of the Hillatune. You guys seriously need to hear that. Is that little song that Hu Tao sings in her idol animation? What the hell is the Hillatune? Ah, Yoonjin. Don't tell me you're embarrassed to sing it now that Dan's here. What are you talking about? Of course not. Pretty please, Yoonjin, just once for me. I really want to hear it again. Alright, I'll sing it for you after the show tonight. How about that? No, I want to hear it now. Man, ever since we got Sitlali, they've really upped their face animation game. Got pout face Hu Tao's. I love it when they update the models. People don't even notice when they update the models. Why? Oh, don't play dumb, you know why. Hu Tao's a sassy little brat who always gets whatever she wants. Mostly because she's so adorable that no one has the heart to turn her down. La 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 la, life is grand. You are unbelievable. Alright, I'll sing, but please do not laugh at me.
Yay! Operatic Hillatune! Let's go!
Cool. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly... Yeah, it is the song that she sings in her idol animation. Silly Billy, hilly churl. Bravo, bravissimo. Well, what do you think? Glad I dragged you out now? It was truly a unique performance. I must look ridiculous. Thanks for indulging me, Yoonjin. You're a star. Should head off now. I still have one person to give a fortune coin to. Who's the last one person? Yao Yao? Yanfei? Chong Yun's with Xingqiu, so maybe you've given them one already. I'm just assuming. Oh, right. Xiangling. We haven't seen Xiangling. No, wait. Hu Tao, be honest. You guys aren't hiding anything from me, are you? Of course not. Put that thought right out of your head. Alright. Whenever you're done with your work, whether it's tomorrow, the day after, or whenever, come find me again and I'll sing the Sanctification of Tao Duty for you. Let me rephrase, Hu Tao. Dan, promise me you'll come and see my perform someday soon, okay? Sure, you got it.
Where should we go next?
Guessed it already, to Wanmin Restaurant. Good luck, I'll be waiting for you. I'm gonna bring her back alive. It kills me.
Wow, so lively. This is how a festival should.
Alright, Wanmin Restaurant time. Oh, there she is. New outfit time. I need to get around to building her at some point.
You got a new outfit too? You look amazing, Xiangling.
I think the hat really sells it. I have to update my hat tier list. Said I'd do it when the Natlan story ended. I probably should get around to doing that, huh? Oh, you think? What does that say about my taste? Hint, hint?
Yeah, director who has the most exquisite taste in the world, etc.
I see, so it's a gift from Hu Tao. A thank you gift, technically. I sought out that Fontaine fashion designer and gave her a brief description of Xiangling. Well, technically, Xiangling got her to design the outfit you're wearing now, so I think she already knows what Xiangling looks like.
Her work is incredible! Especially this Globa hat! It's just as cute as the real Globa!
Man, me and Xiangling think alike. Except, unlike me, Xiangling would eat dirt. Globa's voiced.
It's great seeing both of you together dressed in your new outfits. You almost look like sisters!
That's a very interesting thing to say, Paimon. Heh, that's a given. Also, Xiangling, I got you a little something else, too. It's a fortune coin. This career fortune coin is for you. May you go from strength to strength, and may Wanmean Restaurant get so many customers that it needs to be rebuilt 10 times bigger.
I don't know, Hu Tao. You're kind of asking a lot of me there.
I don't know about 10 times bigger, but you could add like another floor to the deck in the back. Wait, I'm not done. I've got 2 more coins. Family Fortune, 1 for Singshu, and Spirit and Vigor, 1 for Chongyun. I believe they already left for Chenyu Vale, so could you pass them on when they get back?
Why get me involved? Can't you just give these to them yourself?
Because I got work tonight, and I don't want to keep them waiting.
Fair enough. Wait, does that mean you're involved in tonight's ceremony thing? I heard the announcement from the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
That's the one. As soon as the ceremony is complete, Singchu's great-grandfather will start to recover, and Miss Youngar's boyfriend... You're literally calling him that, huh? Okay, I guess we're not being subtle about it anymore. Miss Youngar and Timaeus will be alright. That's right.
Wow, sounds amazing! So, is this what's been keeping you busy these past few days? No wonder we still haven't had that meal together. I bet you barely had a moment to breathe. Once the ceremony's over, come for food with us, okay?
Sure thing. Sounds good.
Promise you won't stand us up this time?
Ooh, I don't know if she's gonna keep that promise. I promise. Dan will hold me to it.
Okay, I can get behind that. If you're a no-show, I'm sending the Traveler to track you down and drag you back to the dinner table kicking and screaming.
Mission accepted. Great. Then we have a deal. We should head out now. See you later, Xiangling.
All right, we've been to 3 places already. Is there anyone else you want to give a coin to?
But of course, surely you didn't think I'd forgotten about you.
Whoa, you got some for us too?
I save this money.
Obviously. Come on. Let's head to the Wangsheng funeral parlor first.
I hope everything goes smoothly. And don't leave me hanging this time.
I do feel really bad about leaving her hanging that last time. Not as bad as I feel for sticking Charlotte with that food bill that Paimon racked up. I still feel really terrible about that, and I will look for any opportunity to bring it up randomly. Sits on bench staring at Cat Lady in front of the Wangsheng funeral parlor isn't there anymore.
Oh, Paimon's so excited. What fortune are we gonna get?
Give me a second. Found it here. Here's yours, Paimon. What is it? What is it?
What does this symbol mean?
Oh, wait, that's the one that was on the rattan figures that Lanyan made. It's a treasure symbol. My wish for you is that you'll always have an endless supply of Mora, so you can eat whatever you want. Whenever you want.
Wow, you get Paimon like no one else does. Thank you, Hu Tao. Thank you so much.
So where's mine, huh? Don't worry, I haven't forgotten you. Just give me a moment, I'll be right back. Enters the funeral parlor before long. She comes back.
Huh?
Why?
Why'd you change back, Hu Tao?
Because I'll be working tonight. I've always been very serious when it comes to work. Is this my gift? Look again. See anything that's different from before? Yay, your hat doesn't have a flower on it. Ah yes, very observant of you. All the proof you need to spend your free time staring longingly at pictures of me. And all the proof I need that you spent your free time staring longingly at pictures of me. There's no way you'd spot a detail like that otherwise. No, it's pretty iconic. That being said, hat looks nice without it. Here, this plum branch is for you.
Wait, isn't this the branch from your hat?
Yes, Paimon. Thank you for catching up to my speed. Yes. And going back further, it's from the tree that I planted myself. Dan, you have countless friends in Liyue Harbor, so I'm sure you'll get plenty of fortune coins. I wanted to give you something different, something that'll remind you of me whenever you look at it.
Paimon doesn't like the sound of that.
Okay, then I'll replace something that you can take a look at whenever you miss me. You just made it worse. She is 100% expecting to die tonight. What do you mean? I don't know what's going through your head. Look, all I'm saying is, I can't be by your side 24/7 like Paimon can. There's gonna be times when we're apart.
You scared Paimon.
I've got a gift for you too. Oh, it's the Rex coin. Wait, that sigil. Is that one of the fabled Rex coins? The one that Xiao said was fake?
You've got a great eye, Hu Tao. It's a Rex coin. Although, probably not the genuine article, because the Conqueror of Demons told us he couldn't sense Rex Lapis's power in it.
But still, the owner before us was someone pretty important.
Yeah, that too. So maybe it can keep you safe.
Someone's tapping. Ah, this really is a special gift. Where's my phone? I'll take it. Thank you both. I'll stay safe. Don't you worry. Oh, I think someone's hammering a shelf together in the other room. Anyway, it's getting late, and I have a few things to get ready before I head out to Wuwang Hill. Besides, you should probably get back to Yujing Terrace now. I know the Tianshan's still waiting for you. Please be careful. Don't worry, I got this.
Alright then, bye-bye! And remember, the sooner you get back, the sooner we can go for a meal together. And hear Yunjin singing.
Got it. See ya. It was nice to spend this time with you. Oh, there he is. Oh, what brings you here? No tea drinking today? It would be unbecoming of me to sip tea in leisure while my employer toils alone. Aha! So you do have a heart after all. Have you made up your mind, Director? Throughout our history, we fought off many existential threats with whatever tools we had at our disposal. Today is no different. We just have to rise to the challenge. It'll be my first time using this array, so who knows how it'll go. But if I know one thing, it's that I must drive death back where it came from. Also, Dan gave me a special fortune coin. Apparently it's one of those Rex coins. You're more knowledgeable about this kind of thing than me, though, so I'd appreciate your second opinion. It is indeed a Rex coin. It symbolizes good fortune and may offer some use as a protective charm. Got it. In that case, after night, could you please return it to the Traveler for me? You wish to return the gift? For what reason? Dan reached Natlan and took a trip to the land of the dead while there. It must have been incredibly dangerous. He's made it this far unscathed, so clearly he's blessed with good fortune. But his journey will only get more dangerous with each step. And that worries me. But there's a chance that this Rex coin really can keep a person safe. I want to make sure that that person is Dan. You make good points, Director. But have you considered that Dan perhaps had a similar wish for you? That's another reason I can't afford to keep it. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. If worse comes to worse, if I don't make it back, I don't want Dan to find out this coin didn't work by discovering it in a pile of debris. What if it upsets him? If he feels like it's all his fault? Couldn't bear to see him like that. You know what I mean, right, Zhongli? I fear that I do. Are we gonna get a reveal on whether or not she knows if Zhongli is actually Rex Lapis? Your concern is that the sight of this coin will only make it more difficult to let go of your worldly attachments. Haha, it's like you're a mind reader. You know as well as I do that being attached is a fatal flaw for a funeral director. It's a vice that is all too easy to fall prey to. But this time I must not repeat my dad's mistake. That is what is most important here. Alright, since we're this far in, I might as well just tell you the rest too. If I don't return tonight, you'll no longer be a consultant because you'll be the 78th director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Kind of forgot that she's 77. Not that she's 77 years old, but that she's the 77th director. It's been so long since that title has come up and been relevant. Your work is far from done, Director. I fear there is no one who could hope to take your place. Live in life and die in death. If my time has come, then so be it. There's no sense in resisting the inevitable. Has she said that phrase before? Because I remember it from Will Stetson's Hu Tao song from one of the Hoyo fairs. I don't know if she's ever said that phrase before. Or maybe it's like in one of her character stories. I don't own her, so I wouldn't know. But I definitely don't recall her saying it in any of the quests that I've done with her. But then again, we did Hu Tao's character story like over a year ago at this point, so I can't be bothered to remember every single detail and line of dialogue that everyone has ever said ever. My time has come, and so be it. There's no sense in resisting the inevitable. Nevertheless, I would urge caution. Focus on the task at hand, not what transpired in the past, and do not forget the rest of that saying. Follow your heart, and do what you can. I understand. Alright, it's almost time. I should get going. It's a really beautiful day today. I should write a poem to capture this moment. Ooh, are we getting a Hu Tao rap? Butterfly dances in the crimson bouquet, for the fear of the ominous rainfall that may soon show its face. With one last lingering glance at the carmine hue, she lies amongst the petals in the garden of eternal rest, as she sets the floral incense ablaze. The lone butterfly that left, but not without a trace. A fragrance remained, her butterfly's embrace. Okay, now that they're done laying it on thick, how many death flags have we had so far? I'm still 100% confident they're not going to kill off
So what did you want
a
to
character in
discuss?
an event. They didn't even want to kill off Xiao in a story arc where he very much should have died. Ugh. I'll let Miss Lon explain.
Remember how I wrote a letter back home to ask about the array? Well, I got a reply.
Oh, Paimon remembers. So was Hu Tao right? No one has to be sacrificed, right?
Unfortunately, my cousin could not give me a definitive answer on this, despite scouring the family library.
How do we not have a definitive answer? It should be a very easy yes, no, or maybe.
But given that the array gets its power from the ley lines, she suspects that the obfuscation requirement may be a rule laid down by the mountains and the land.
Uh-oh. What does that mean? Basically, it looks like the obfuscation of one person is a mandatory after all. Because we can't violate the laws of the ley lines. Furthermore, the Gate of Death will be used to suppress the Fetter this time, which is Director Who's Gate.
So, you're saying Hu Tao has to die?
They said obfuscate, which is like ceasing to exist. It isn't exactly death. So maybe we could still work our way around that somehow.
If my cousin's right, and as I said, she can only speculate, but she also provided me with a method that might just be able to save Director Who's life.
Ooh.
See this? It's a rattan figure I made for the director. One of many. In case you've forgotten, they work by absorbing evil energy in their owner's place, so they won't come to harm. With the technique my cousin explained, I managed to connect several of these rattan figures to the gate array. That way, the Fetter Blast will be shared evenly by everyone in the array.
Everyone has agreed to the plan. Kaching, Ganyu, Conqueror of Demons, Chi-Chi, Beidou, Yilon, Lanyan, and I will each hold a rattan figure. Today's Liyue draws strength from unity. That is how we quelled the ancient god's wrath without the help of Rex Lapis. And that is why we cannot let the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor shoulder the rest of the present crisis alone. Nevertheless, the danger posed by the fetter is not to be underestimated. The consequences could be grave, even with everyone sharing the blast. You know, the fetter blast is actually the only part I'm not worried about. It's the weird obfuscating out of ley lines, or whatever. That's what I'm worried about. We would like to request your assistance, but the choice is entirely yours. If you have any reservations, we will by no means count me in.
What did I tell you? I knew the Traveler would help us.
Yeah, I'm not gonna just walk someone around town as they say their last goodbyes because they're gonna go kill themselves. I'm gonna make every attempt to stop them from doing it. I never doubted that for a second.
Then please, take this rattan figure. I'll link you up to the array right now.
So we're gonna take it in her place? Well, I asked if we were gonna get our own little...
What's going on? This doesn't make any sense.
What's wrong?
I don't think I made a mistake. But it seems like I can't connect the Traveler to the array.
Is it because we're not a part of Teyvat? We're not really linked to the ley lines? But technically we are linked to the ley lines if the ancient name system is supposed to be linking us to that. Or is it just something that allows us to use them? I don't really know. How can this be? What's the problem?
This should work in the exact same way as the gate array. By using the power of the ley lines. But the ley lines aren't responding to the Traveler. Almost as if they believe he doesn't exist.
We don't exist in Irminsul. Our sister does, though.
Oh, so could that be the reason?
It's true, the ley lines do not contain any information about me. Is that so? Then perhaps this simply is the will of fate.
I've never heard of anything like that before.
Can we find some other way?
I don't know. This is the first time I've run into a situation like this. I would write to my
Or
cousin,
maybe we're
but
only in Natlan's ley lines.
I think we're out of time.
The Lantern Rite display will begin soon. I know this is frustrating, but given the situation, we have no choice but to release Dan from his duty. We must hope that we will be able to share the burden of Director Who's shoulders. We must have faith that she will return triumphant. I don't know. I kind of want to go there. After leaving UGTRC, spend some time staring at Hoot Tao's rattan figure in your hands in dejected silence. Before you know it, you've ended up in front of the Wangsheng funeral parlor again. Ah! This cutscene here might be why they removed my signature sits on bench stares at cat lady. Because we needed to be here for this scene. Did we leave the figure on the bench?
It's already dark out. Should we go head to the stage?
No. I can't move. Oh, hi, Paimon. You're way over there. I think we should head to Wuwang Hill. Celebrate the Lantern Rite. Stop telling me what to do. Random words floating in the top corner of the screen. Those are the kids that play pirates.
So much stuff. I need to find a spot where
Look at the kid. Look at the card. He's stuck. He's still stuck over there. Oh, Yanfei. Hurry, the Lantern Rite celebrations are about to begin. Don't want to miss Miss Yoon's opening show. Slow down, Yanfei, otherwise you're going to fall.
There are so many people. And I hope everything goes smoothly on Hu Tao's end so she can get back here and celebrate with us soon.
Junyan, over here. Utao asked me to give you this fortune coin. Wow, she got this for me? Where did she go?
Lady Tianquan, the gate of initiation is now ready. We are good to go.
Thank you. It won't be long now. Director Hu, good luck to us both. Well, here comes Zhongli. Dan, Paimon, happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, Zhongli! How did we not think of asking Zhongli earlier?
Yeah, Paimon, why are we idiots? Regarding the ley lines, you mean?
Yeah. How did you know that, though?
In fact, I've been waiting here for some time now. Zhongli, can you connect me to the ley lines? Since the issue lies with Dan's unique constitution, I'm afraid that I will be of no help there.
Drat! Paimon totally thought you'd have the answer! Then, why were you waiting for us?
He might know something that could help us, though, but I think he's here to give us the coin. The director asked me to return this Rex coin to you. Why? It's a gesture of goodwill from the director. She wishes you safe passage in your future travels.
But what about her?
I suppose that will be up to her.
That's not good enough! Surely there's gotta be something we can do!
As it happens, there is one thing that comes to mind. Namely, if the 7 and 8 gates method operates according to the principles of the ley lines, the same must also be true of the obfuscation process. But since you cannot connect to the ley lines in the first place, do you see what that implies?
Huh?
We're already obfuscated from the ley lines. If I can't connect to the ley lines, what does that imply? Don't be a fucking... Oh. The lantern rite is about to begin. My dear compatriots!
Oh, look! It's Lady Ningguang! Wow! I didn't know she was hosting it herself this year. It must be because of the ceremony, right? The Ministry of Civil Affairs sent out a notice saying that this year they're doing a whole ceremony when they light up the Ming Xiao lantern.
Also, isn't a feather blast supposed to come out of that tree shrine thingy? Should it be even safe to celebrate here? As we stand beneath this lantern-lit night sky, I would like to pay tribute to the ways of our forebears. We pray to the cleansing fire that exorcises evil, and the peace to prevail in our nation. Let the ceremony begin! Cutscene time. Alright. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, there's Saito and Tonari. Alright, Opera of Chowdu. Red Shaw the Blood Lions, the bones of the 8 heroes of Frost and Snow. Embraced by Skiff, blade I claim. Go the waters, let reclaim remain. Oh, hi, Shana. Which one of their fates will decide? Two shall be cast down. Okay. We didn't cut to Zhao. There he is. There he is. Alright. Long Hill. You must deliver us from evil. Hey-ya!
Almost out. Did we fail?
I have faith in the director. So, my time has come. There's no avoiding death. After predicting its time, the duty of the Wangsheng I now fulfill. Oh boy.
Look!
That is super dangerous. Butterflies. Next lantern, right? You see a butterfly. That's me coming back to see you all. Wow. Are they actually going to kill her off?
Did it work?
Are they actually going to kill her off? I believe it was a success, but...
What's wrong? You two look like you've seen a ghost.
Director Who's rattan figure is broken. I can't sense her presence anymore.
What? How is that possible? You mean Hu Tao? She's... what are we gonna do?
Did Ether figure it out? I don't see him.
Huh? Where'd the traveler go?
Oh, please tell me he figured it out and he's not a complete idiot. It would seem that he had something of a breakthrough, so I sent him on his way.
A breakthrough? About what?
He doesn't exist in the ley lines. In other words, he's already obfuscated. So he can take Hu Tao's place. We went to the border? If I can't connect to the ley lines, I can't be obfuscated by them either. That means I can take Hu Tao's place in the array and no one has to get sacrificed. As long as I can find her, that is. Follow the rattan figure. Oh, I gotta get rid of the fetter on it. Just gotta keep killing that fetter. Better not. Pyro Traveler, please don't cry. Alright, Can I destroy all of this fetter? Can I kill the fetter before the fucking doll gets stuck in it? Please stop making this tedious. It's going this way. Why are you taking the long way? Oh, that's some deep water. Oh, well, now you move quickly. There it is. There's the altar of death. Of course it would be by the border. Can you stop taking your time? There's her figure that got burned out. She's not here. These are her things. Oh, I didn't even notice that was her staff. Flaming staff lies quietly on the ground, as if aware its owner has left the world. That one's gold. Do you remember who the rattan figure was made for? I'm sure you do. She's not here. Fire on the altar has almost gone out. Some stray sparks flicker and frolic within the ashes, in true Hu Tao fashion. That crooked tree is at the center of the border. Looks just like this year's Ming Xiao lantern. There's some cracks in the middle of the trunk. They seem to lead somewhere far away. Examine the fissures. Something just flew out of your backpack. The plum blossom. Well, isn't that just a plot convenience? Cross over to the other side towards the next life. That's a quest objective. They actually took the Plum Blossom off her hat, too. They gave us a consistent model. I can't jump or attack or do any... Oh, the fucking red spider lilies. The licorices. Ooh. Oh, that looks so cool. You rephrase, Utao. Promise me that you'll come... I can't control the character anymore. Each one of these is a memory, huh?
Promise you won't stand us up this time?
One mean restaurant.
Okay, I can get behind that. If you're a no-show, I'm sending the Traveler to track you down and drag you back to the dinner table kicking and screaming.
Okay, I can actually move. What's on this one, then? Nothing. Nothing significant. So the first one was Yunjin, and that one was Xiangling. Nevertheless, I would urge caution. Focus on the task at hand, where it transpired in the past. Zhongli, that was on the bridge. Okay. It's over to the other side toward the next life. Man, I sure am taking my sweet-ass time getting here. Man, your dad and your grandpa aren't here waiting for you? Oh, I stand corrected. I guess they are. Grandpa and Dad, are you here to take me to the other side? How did I do as director, huh? Did I do the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor proud?
Absolutely. You did 1,000,000 times better than me.
Wow, I didn't expect you to be voiced.
Our little girl is the best.
Good. And I can join you with no regrets.
We're proud of you, little lady. But we only came to see you because we've missed you.
Oh, they know we're coming. I missed you too. Are you saying you're not here to bring me to the afterlife?
Live in life and die in death. My child, your time has not yet come. Yes, the day of reunion will come in good time. There's no need to rush. Look, someone's here to take you home.
Is she about to cry? Don't worry, I've got this. Come on, everyone's waiting for you. Man, I'm almost about to cry. You know, I'm surprised that we don't have like a boss fight or something, to be honest. That was a really touching moment. Wake up 2 days later in the back room of Boo Boo Pharmacy.
You're finally awake! How do you feel? Does anything hurt?
What happened?
You've been asleep for 2 whole days! If Baiju hadn't insisted that you were just out from exhaustion, Paimon would have been worried sick! Still, it is a relief to see you finally wake up again. Guess Baiju knew what he was talking about.
When did I get here?
The Night of Lantern Rite, of course! Hu Tao carried you here on her back.
Ooh.
Paimon was so worried to see you unconscious.
Don't tell me
Thankfully,
that.
Zhang
Oh,
Li
that's
was
so
there
embarrassing.
too, and
Please
he
tell me
said you'd
Chi-Chi
be
carried
fine.
me on her back. He said you'd be fine.
That being said, why did you sneak off without saying a word? Were you trying to beat Hu Tao's record for running away and getting stranded in the border?
It was an emergency.
Yeah, Paimon knows. Hu Tao told us the whole story. Sounds like you did something pretty amazing. You've had a lot of visitors over the last couple of days. Zhangli, Ningguang, Lan Yan, and pretty much everyone else you could think of.
Are they still here?
Most of them have probably left by now, but Hu Tao's still waiting out in the main room. She's been there the whole time.
Like she kind of owes us a lot, I guess.
Anyway, you stay in bed and get some rest. Paimon will go get Baiju to take a look at you.
Take a look outside. Well, I did say they wouldn't kill her off in a limited time story event. These should just be interlude chapters. These shouldn't be time-limited events. This is some of the Genshin's best writing here. "2 days. Just then you feel something cool against your face. You've been ambushed again. One more time. Guess who? I recognize those dulcet tones anywhere, Zhangli. Happy Lantern Rite, Director Who. Good, you still recognize me. So the fetter didn't fry your brain." I love that they gave us the option to say that line again. I'm so glad. Looks like I can stop worrying now. Welcome back, my hero. You're the real hero. Don't be silly. It's just the two of us here. You really want to talk... You really want to talk in glib pleasantries? Because I can out-glib at you any day of the week, if that's how you want to do this. Alright, so how are you holding up? I'm doing great, thanks to a certain someone. Baiju gave me a checkup too. You look remarkably well too, considering what you went through. But are you sure you're well enough to leave yet? You only make things worse if you power through before you're fully healed. I'll be fine. Well, I sure hope so. You know, I was really surprised when you came to rescue me. You took such a huge risk. When did you become so reckless? I learned it from the best Director Who. Alright, that's another clippable image. Huh. Hey look, Leeway Harbor looks pretty from this angle. Let's see, what's everyone doing at this hour? Those two kids look like they're in a hurry. Bet they're racing each other to the fortune coins. That lady over there, her cheeks are red. Do you think she's caught the sun? Aha, yes, she must be waiting for her lover so they can go see her. Was that Nada? Was that Vlad and Nada about to meet up? She must be waiting for her lover so they can go set off some fireworks together. Such a marvelous view, really puts me in a poetic mood. Okay, I got something. As fresh festivities fill the streets, while lanterns light the sky countless times before. I dwell not on the twists and turns of bygone years, but remember this, that with each new day I receive the gift of life once more. Thank you, Dan. Happy Lantern Rite. Darn. Did I get that image? Didn't get it in time. Oh well. Plum branch arrangement, boundless spring. A lantern rite gift from Hu Tao. This ornament takes the plum branch from Hu Tao's hat as the centerpiece, making it a keepsake of great significance. The night was suddenly filled with fragrance of plum blossoms spreading across the springtime sky and land. The petals on the branch are full of vibrating energy. As the director herself, if you find yourself missing her but are unable to meet, let this plum branch be a small comfort to you.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Final stanza. Sanctification of Tao Du. Alright, last gift envelope, I guess.
Let's make gift envelopes together.
You even put up a commission. Wow, you're really serious about this.
Of course! We only get to celebrate Lantern Rite once a year. We can't miss out on the festivities.
I didn't expect this to be voiced.
Come on, come on! Paimon's got all kinds of design ideas. You're gonna love it.
Love anything you make, Paimon.
Aw, right back at you, Traveler. Alright, enough talk. Let's get crafting.
Oh, I can see all the kites from last year. It'll look great if we can incorporate stars into the design. There we go.
Whoa, it's beautiful! You know exactly what Paimon likes.
What about the one you made?
Oh, here you go. Paimon worked super hard. It's gotta be the prettiest envelope in the whole festival.
Oh, wow, that is really over the top. With a smug Paimon to boot. To Dan, the bestest companion in all of Teyvat. This past year, we've traveled far and wide, helped so many people, seen tons of weird and wonderful things, and on top of it all, faced countless challenges. Done an amazing job. And so has Paimon, huh? Next year will be even more exciting places to explore, and even more delicious food for us to gorge on. So, dear Dan, Paimon's bestest, better than the restest companion. Happy Lantern Rite. That was sweet. And he gave us an item so we can always read it. Time to wait till the next event. Usually this last ending event doesn't take too long. I always find it weird that this final stanza thing isn't technically a main mission ever. Oh, we left Xiangling hanging. I just realized. We left Xiangling hanging again, didn't we? Ooh. Ooh, my bad. Yep. Go find Xiangling.
Hey, Traveler and Paimon! Oh, hey, Xiangling. What's up? You know what's up. Our get-together, of course.
Ah, yes. Finally time for that meal.
Yeah! You are free, right? You are not getting out of this without a very good reason.
I don't know. Does Dr. Baiju say I can come?
We're not the ones who held it up. That was Hu Tao. Yeah, tell me about it. She thinks being a director gives her a license to be a flake. It's like, unless there's a sizable crowd coming, it's not worth my time. But don't worry. We've agreed that this time, we're not gonna accept any more excuses from her.
She's dead, isn't she?
Oh? Who's we? Shincho and I. He said he's been wanting to invite everyone out for a long time. But given the situation with his great-grandfather, he never had the time.
Kind of felt weird that we hadn't had him involved all that much, considering his grandpa was like such a big deal in like the first act of this.
But amazingly, on the night of the Lantern Rite, his great-grandfather suddenly woke up. Shincho was thrilled! And he was finally able to leave the house. So we met up right away and made a plan. Wow! So his great-grandfather's gonna be alright? Yup. They had a doctor take a look and everything. He'll be just fine.
Oh, good for him. Let the 100-year-old man live a little bit longer, I guess.
According to Shincho, his great-grandfather has been eating like Paimon since he woke up. So now, the family's biggest worry is that he'll get indigestion.
I'm getting indigestion, because I have a whole pizza sitting next to me. And by a whole pizza, I mean half a pizza, because I ate half of it already.
Well, Well, that's good news. But somehow doesn't paint Paimon in the best light. Don't worry, it definitely does. Your appetite represents an optimistic outlook on life. Always eat to your heart's content, lest your chopsticks wither with regret.
It's really nice that we got to see Xiangling in that outfit for all of, like, 30 seconds.
Well said, Xiangling. Yeah, that attitude is exactly what got Paimon to where she is today.
For real? How come I'm only hearing about this now?
Yes, for real. Like Xiangling said, always eat till your heart's content. And don't lick your chopsticks. What was it? Don't worry. Save it for the dinner table, Paimon.
Yeah.
Oh, no problem. But where are we gonna eat? At Yilong Wharf later tonight.
Oh.
Shincho and the others are still out there. Oh, and Hu Tao said that we'll be joined by a special guest.
Probably Lanyan, right?
You'll see when you get there. Oh, Paimon has an idea. But she'll keep it to herself for now.
I have an idea, too.
Huh? Who?
I'm keeping it to myself, too.
Well, we'll see who guessed right later tonight.
I mean, last year she dragged Zhao in for some reason, right? Wait till nighttime. Well, let's wharf to Yilong Wharf first. Yilong Wharf is so far away. Kind of forget how big Chenyu Vale is. It's a shame that this is a time-limited event, because if it wasn't a time-limited event, when the voice actors come back, this could have been a really emotional story that someone could have played through and recorded someday. Ooh, we're in the starting location already. If we're talking the strongest, I'd have to pick Wind Reader. After all, he was the founding master of the Queen Divination.
Yeah, he gets my vote too, being my ancestor and everything. Oh, and also the Silver Swallow.
In that case, I'd have to nominate the two sages of the Anshan. It's always the ones who live in seclusion and never show their skill who turn out to be the most powerful of all. Well, in the books anyway. What do you think? If this were martial arts novel, then I would agree with you. But unfortunately, after reading The Moonlit Bamboo Forest, I'm convinced that the title should go to the White Horse of the Three Immortals of Tao Du. She's got to be hiding some kind of secret.
Huh? Is no one gonna pick the Yunlai Angler? Even the Yuhong said that her sword fighting style comes from the Yunlai Angler's rod-wielding techniques.
Yeah, that's my vote. How amazing of a sword fighter must you be if you are managing to adapt your sword fighting technique to be a fishing technique? Yeah, so they say, but I mean, fishing? That just seems kind of lame in this context. Well, it's more common than you might think for anglers to be more than what they seem. You're all wrong. The greatest of all were obviously Old Man Wu Wang and the Lone Butterfly. Without them, there'd be no Wangsheng funeral parlor today. Hard to argue with that.
Oh, everyone's here already.
Hey, you're finally here. Welcome.
Hu Tao, your hat.
She's got a new plum blossom for it. Well noticed, Paimon. Yes, I added another plum branch.
Ooh, so now you and the Traveler have matching plum branches.
About that, Paimon.
But, anyway, what are you all up to?
We're debating who's the best out of the 8 adepts.
Well, kind of an open-ended debate, maybe. We're just shooting the breeze, really. That's right, the only way you could settle a question like this would be with those special goggles they have in the light novels. Where you can read someone's power level just by looking at them. Oh my god.
Has Shincho been getting you into light novels?
Welcome, then. My family tell me that you and Hutan performed a really risky ceremony and cured great-grandfather's illness in the process. Cannot thank you enough for your efforts. No matter what kind of trouble you may encounter in the future, you will always find a helping hand at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. It was a team effort. Yeah, I know my father and brother will thank everyone individually in the coming days. Why to go through all the trouble, Singshu? Save yourself the effort and just admit to me here and now that the strongest of the 8 attempts is the Lone Butter and Old Man Wu Wong. Then we'll be square.
Come on, enough with the debate already. Everyone's here now, so let's eat. Paimon, you're up. It's time to share your grand philosophy of life with everyone.
Alright, eat up.
Okay, one sec. It's like, always eat to your heart's content, lest your... what was the rest again?
Lest your chopsticks wither in regret.
Right, yeah, that's it.
Whoa, Paimon. You can't stumble through a model you live by. It's bad luck. It'll make your life full of stumbling blocks, too. Come on. You can do it. One more time, from the top.
Always eat to your heart's content, lest your chopsticks wither in regret.
That's the spirit.
So is it time to dig in now?
I hope so. I'm starving. Let me just grab the pizza real quick. No. Bad Dan. You've already eaten.
Paimon, did you forget about our special guest?
I'm saving the rest for tomorrow.
Oh, right! Paimon remembers now! Actually, Paimon guessed who it is already, but, you know, no point in saying it out loud or anything.
Oh, is it Xiao? It's Xiao again, isn't it? Huh? You don't sound confident. You don't have a clue who it is, do you?
Yes, actually. It's obvious who it is. It's... you know who. Traveler, a little help?
Is it Yunjin? That's actually another fair guess. Correct. It's our very own Yunjin. You haven't forgotten what she said last time. Look, she's taking the stage. I didn't even notice there was a stage here at Yilong Wharf.
Whoa! Isn't that the director of the Yunhan Opera Troupe?
Yes, it is.
Amazing. I never would have expected to see her all the way out here in Yilong Wharf.
Me neither. Greetings, everyone. I'll perform this sanctification of Tao Du one more time for all my friends who were unable to join the festivities during the Lantern Rite. My apologies for not being able to set up a grander stage.
Aw, that's so nice! She's doing a whole new performance for everyone who couldn't attend last time.
Shush, it's about to begin. Were we gonna get a cutscene? Recall the bold claims of Tao Du. So, fun fact, Chinese opera, low-key slaps. It's a very interesting style. It's very distinct, and honestly, it really shines. I'm just gonna sit and quietly enjoy this. Specifically so that I don't have to read it when I edit it. Also, not to be that guy, but who's playing the musical accompaniment here? Because I actually don't see any instruments or band. The choreography on this is actually kind of spectacular. I wonder if there's like a book I could read about the sealing of Tao Du. To think we almost got to sit through that performance literally 3 times during this Lantern Rite. Oh, should have gone with the Traveler to the border that day. Which day? We went to the border like twice. I get that you care about their well-being, but the fact is, it wouldn't have helped. I'd have just been an extra liability if something went wrong. I didn't think we would be cutting back to these two. Besides, Ningguang changed the plan and sent me to the chasm instead. I can't be in two places at once. If you're not happy about it, why don't you file a complaint at Eugene Terrace? Huh, and report the Tianquan to the Tianquan? Actually, I was thinking the Yuheng. She's not afraid of a confrontation. Forget it. I'll let it go since everyone's fine. Huh. Longshu Inn is a fine location. All of Liyue is a fine location. You know you can move without teleporting, Xiao. Well said. Boss, another serving of dew-dipped shrimp, please. With some dipping spices. And one almond tofu. I forgot the chef at the Wangshu Inn is named Boss. Or goes by Boss. Alright, who are we cutting to next? Are we cutting back to the main group? Oh, we're cutting to these two. Hey, the crisis is resolved. Why the long face, Tianquan? Thanks to Director Hu and Dan, the disaster was averted. But we still do not know what caused the crisis in the first place. I just assumed this is something that happens every couple of 100 years. I know you are well informed, Captain, so I trust you are aware that recently the nation of Natlan has recently endured some major events relating to the ley lines. And to issues of life and death. It makes me wonder whether these events might be somehow connected on a deeper level. If they are, then this will be bigger than just Liyue and Natlan. I'll send word to my business partners to keep an eye out for any similar incidents in the other nations. Right now, though, I say I put those worries to one side and focus on enjoying these stunning sights before they disappear for another year. But of course, you don't need to teach me about a work-life balance. I am no Kaching. Isn't that right? Well then, why are you still wearing that same old hairpin? Didn't I tell you to use my pay to buy yourself a new one? I wouldn't dare touch Captain Beto's Mora without final confirmation. What if you'd been speaking in jest? I'd never hear the end of it. Do I really have to pick one out for you? Alright, suits me. Let's go take a stroll through the fair. All done. When did our straight-talking captain learn to read between the lines, That's enough. You coming or not? Why not? Let's go. Alright. Ganyu and Kaching time? Yeah! Still working, Ganyu? Sorry it's been so busy. Oh, Kaching? No, that's fine. Nothing out of the ordinary. Dan and Director Hu are the real stars this year. It's no reason to diminish your own contribution. Of course, they were the biggest heroes. But we all played our part. And we played it well. The Ministry of Civil Affairs responded at record speed, did we not? Even though on the surface this incident looks negligible compared to the disasters of the Archon War, it was a very close call. Things could have been unimaginably worse had we not found a solution. You're right. Actually, I have a question about the 7 and 8 gates method that we ended up using. How come I've never seen any records of it in the Yuhai Pavilion before? Oh, you want to know about the origins of the array? Ningguang made the whole thing up. What? You gotta be kidding me. Huh? Yeah, that's my reaction. I'm joking. In truth, a letter with all the critical information suddenly appeared in Eugene Terrace the day when we needed it. Even Yalan was unable to track down where it had come from. Zhongli, you dog. This was your doing, wasn't it? Wait, the info just appeared out of thin air? And wasn't it a bit of a risky strategy on Ningguang's part? It may appear that way, but if you think about it carefully, everything slowly starts to make sense. How many people in all of Liyue could have known about both the crisis, the secret art, while also possessing the ability to deliver a letter without leaving a trace? You don't mean Master and her friend. Oh, a cloud retainer was behind all of this. Is that why no one has fucking seen her? I see. Are we gonna cut to them? We heard that they were planning something. We never got to see what they were doing this whole time. We didn't get to see Moon Carver and Mountain Shaper and Cloud Retainer at all this year. Please give me at least one little scene with them. Oh, thank God. That young lass from the Wangsheng funeral parlor is rather impressive. One's curiosity is piqued when Rex Lapis chose to serve as her consultant. But only now does one understand the true intent behind his decision. Oh, also Madame Ping's here too! We got the whole gang here! Minus one person that probably should be here. Rest in peace, Guizhong, if you really are dead. And you're not Sandrone, like the fan theory suggests. Agreed, and yet what a rare delight it is to hear such effusive praise from you, Cloud Retainer. Rare? Pray elaborate a little further.
Past, you may have uttered something to the tune of this. Though the last displays a measure of talent, it is nothing more than Shenhe or Ganyu could have achieved if placed in the same circumstances.
Yeah, that does sound like something she would say. Huh. One would never deride others of the means of praising one's own children. The Wangsheng lass displayed great determination and fortitude. Does that not make her deserving of a few words of praise? It certainly does. And she is not the first. I have lived in Liyue Harbor for a long time now, and I can tell you that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has produced generation upon generation of outstanding directors. Are we actually going to find out what happened to Hu Tao's dad? Because that's like the one thing we didn't actually get a full clarification on. Streetward Rambler speaks true. The god of Tao Du was not our friend, but neither was he our enemy. Had he not cared greatly for all living things and volunteered to sanctify himself to pacify the underworld, not even 8 Adepti would have been able to overpower him, much less 8 Adepts. When he became the Border, he likely never imagined that mortals would preserve and maintain his new form this far into the future.
With all of that said, I realize the name of the young lady from the funeral parlor is still unknown to me.
Tao Du, instead it's Hu Tao. The director's surname Hu, and her given name is Tao. Hu? As in the word for butterfly, yes? No, Hu as in mischief maker. And Tao must likewise be the Tao that means mischief in our tongue? No, in fact it's the name Tao that appears in Tao Du.
Ah. So Hu as in butterfly, and Tao as in Tao Du. A fine name. Fitting indeed.
No, Hu as in mischief maker, incessant pestering, and wanton gluttony.
I say, I was merely trying to liven up the mood. Why is Hu Tao permitted to make mischief while I am not?
That is funny. I do love these guys. The clue is in the name. If you wish to change yours from Mountain Shaper to Mischief Maker, be my guest. Why not have some tea? This is a rare spirit sprout cultivar that Rex Lapis brought back all the way from Jingsa Village. It'd be a shame to miss out. May there be more good tea to share in the coming year. I'm sure there shall be. Would have been nice to have Fujin be here. Wonder how Fujin's doing. Thus ends final stanza. And we're still under the 3-hour mark, which means we do have time to do a little bit more lettering. Ooh, we got more of these. Yunjin, dear Dan, I've had back-to-back stage performances all over the place this Lantern Rite, so things have been a bit hectic, which is why this gift envelope is reaching you several days late. Anyway, in the coming year, I wish you success in all your endeavors and that everything goes as you desire. I too have heard your great deeds as Lantern Rite. You truly are unrivaled champion of Leeway Harper. As it happens, I'm planning to adapt your story into an all-new opera. Once I am done, I shall send you the front row ticket. To sit before the stage and watch someone sing your very own tale, I imagine to be quite a unique delight. Oh. For Dan's eyes only. Everybody look away. I'm just kidding. My dear friend, let me wish you fortune, mirth, joy, and good cheer. A happy Lantern Rite, year upon year. You truly outdid yourself during this year's celebrations, I must say. Witnessing you swoop in like a heaven-sent hero, even I was left speechless. If it wasn't for you, who knows what might have happened. Just think, if I had wanted to come visit you next year, I'd have no other choice but to flutter about your ears in butterfly form. Anyway, that consultant of mine's been pestering me to take my medicine again, so I'd better go deal with him. But when you get a moment, don't forget to pay your favorite funeral director a visit. Nice. Alright, gift envelopes. Everybody is unlocked. Ooh, we have some extra people here. Well, let's start with all the people we met along the way. We can only make 20 different designs, so I'm probably going to reuse some of these. As much as I would love to make them all personalized. I still might.
There's gotta be some wild herbs around here.
You're really out in the sticks. Finally, this gift envelope is for you. Here, I'll give you the talking chili one.
Traveler, it's you! Wow, thank you so much! It's beautiful! By the way, sounds like you and Hu were up to something on the night of Lantern Rite. She didn't go into detail, but it must have been big.
She died.
I thought we were gonna grab dinner together that night. I set up a whole table of food and everything.
And I did say I felt bad about that. Not as bad as what we left Charlotte with that bill, but I still feel bad.
I waited until midnight, but nobody came. So my dad offered to wait outside while I went to bed. I tried to keep watch with him, but it was late, and at that point, I couldn't keep my eyes open. Then, I had a dream that Hu was standing in front of me, brushing my hair with the branch of a peach blossom tree, and singing some kind of weird song.
That might have happened.
I wanted to grab her and ask what was going on, but I couldn't move or make a sound. In the end, I shouted, "Don't you scare me, Hu Tao!" Nearly flung myself off the bed and scared my dad all at once.
Sorry for making you worry.
Ha! So you admit it! Luckily, Shinsho filled me in later. He said you were working on some kind of array. That's not exactly my thing, but it sounds complicated. By the end, you were probably so hungry you couldn't see straight.
You're probably right.
Honestly, you need to start taking care of yourself. I could have at least packed you some rice buns for the road.
That would have been appreciated.
Your punishment is to eat at my place for the rest of the festival.
Done. And done.
Don't forget to come eat at my place. I still need to test out some new recipes. The flavors will blow your mind. That's a promise.
As long as you don't put rocks in it. That's only people in only Honkai Star Rail players eat dirt and rocks and trash. All right, Lanyan. So you're at Chaoying Village. I wonder if we'll get to meet this sister that you keep writing to. And if they'll be playable or not.
Thank goodness everything worked out.
Let's give you a green one.
For me? Thank you. It's beautiful.
Wishing you all the best this new year.
Likewise, I hope your year treats you well. Although, I'm sure you're someone who can take that into your own hands. I have no doubt that you can turn any bad situation on its head.
I try my best. If I set my mind to it, of course.
As expected of the great hero of Liyue, and the esteemed guest at the Tianquan, your words exude confidence.
Yeah, they sure do. We have collected, how many titles now at this point?
Anyway, you and Hu Tao solved the problem with the border, and now my grandpa doesn't need to worry about getting yelled at because of his fortunes.
Oh, right, I forgot that that was a plot point.
In that sense, I guess this year's Lantern Rite was a huge success. I wish you health, success, and happiness in the new year.
Alright, anything else?
Wishing you all the best for the new year.
I'm doing this just for the dialogue, not because it actually unlocks anything I care about. Oh, Chongyung's over by the fighting event. Which, considering that we managed to finish this today, I'll probably do the fighting event off-screen and all the mini-games off-screen on my own time. Want to unlock that outfit for Chongling. She's a character that I do want to build at some point, because she's a pretty decent support. Oh, there you are, Chongyun. Well, I can still see Chiori over there, too. Maybe I should attend an advanced cultivation lesson. Chongyun. A blue one. Gift envelope, thank you. Take good care of it. Apologies, I've been busy recently, so I don't have one for you in return. All I can do is offer you my best wishes in person. Wish you all the best as well. Don't worry, it's been a busy time. Yeah, considering my family, I have some understanding of exorcism and demons, but I'm ashamed to say I've never anticipated the connection between Xingqiu's great-grandfather and the problem with the boundary of life and death. If I had more knowledge or noticed something earlier, maybe you and Hu Tao wouldn't have needed to take those risks. That would have been very interesting if you were actually more involved as an exorcist. Because what's better than one exorcist in Lanyan? 2 exorcists. I should attend advanced cultivation soon. I need a mentor. If I want to do an advanced cultivation session, I need a mentor. But who? What about your auntie? Or I guess we could always go with Cloud Retainer. That's always an option, I guess. Why are you over here in the middle of nowhere? Oh wait, no, that's where that weird... Is that where that restaurant outside of town is? Oh, I see ya. No, you're just on a random cliff in the middle of nowhere. Why? Why are you up here? Then again, Liyue is so many mountainous cliffs. Why does one go to any cliff over any other cliff? Perfect timing. I was just about to go look for you. Thank you. Wow, your penmanship really is beautiful. Much better than mine. Every Lantern Rite, the Feiyun Commerce Guild sends a gift envelope to our business partners. Great-great-grandpa always writes them by hand as a sign of respect. His calligraphy is a sight to behold, so sharp and elegant. In the eyes of our business partners, his envelopes are more valuable than any gift. They even frame them and put them on display. I suppose in this case, the pen is even mightier than gold. How's he feeling? Any better? Much better, thanks to you. He has enough energy to scold me for my lack of penmanship, that's for sure. He also said I should follow your example, strive to become a young hero like you. Eventually my brother came over and distracted him so I could slip away. Otherwise he might have nagged me until the end of time. You're already a young hero. I appreciate that, but there's no need to be so polite. It's too old-fashioned for my taste. I'll give you my gift envelope in a few days. I just need to wrap up a few things at home, and then we can grab a meal at Shangling to celebrate. You said you were looking for me, though. I'll be in touch soon, Dan. Once I finish my gift, I'll come find you. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Touching. For those who don't know or haven't heard me say this already, out of all the characters that we've met in Liyue, Keqing is probably the one that I like the most. Her personality is very interesting, minus the being an overworked workaholic. Which is why I'm sad that I didn't get to play the Lantern Rite story that was about her. After some fresh air, I feel a lot more awake. There we go. Thank you. I was actually in the middle of making one for you. But as soon as I sat down, work started to pile up. In the end, I only got a few words down. It's the thought that counts. Well, you deserve something substantial too. I'll finish it soon. The matter with the boundary has been resolved, and Ningguang managed to cover it up in the name of a ritual, so we don't have to worry about a mass panic. Yeah, God forbid everybody almost died. Only they knew that. But still, we made quite a commotion that night. Enough for some nearby hunters and mountain dwellers to take notice. If anyone caught a glimpse of the fetter or the array started spreading senseless rumors, we could be in trouble. Look at me, talking about all this during a holiday season. You must be tired. Here, have some dim sum. It's fresh from the Xinyue kiosk. I have things to discuss with Ganyu soon. Once I'm done with my envelope, I'll make sure to get it to you. Delicious golden shrimp balls. That's her specialty, if I remember right. Oh, we got another one. Oh, she literally got it out to us right away. Dear Dan, I've been needing ready a gift envelope for ages now. I've been so bogged down with official matters that I've only just gotten around to it. I hope you can understand. Writing well wishes and auspicious blessings has never been my forte, nor is it my intention to engage in polite, dry dust exchanges with you. So here goes. I wish you a steadfast courage in the year ahead, and that no matter what the obstacles come your way, I'll overcome them and achieve great things. P.S. If you ever run into trouble and require a helping hand, please do not hesitate to ask. Yeah. Alright. That was cute. Alright. Okay, let's go check on our girlfriend. Well, that's not too far away. Good girl! It's lovely, thank you. It's all thanks to you that we managed to get through this crisis. It was a group effort. In any case, I'm glad everyone is safe. Speaking of which, how are you holding up? Any tiredness or pain? I'm doing fine, thank you. I'm glad. When Keqing and I heard the director who had to carry you to Boo Boo Pharmacy that you were unconscious, we rushed over there immediately. Thankfully, Baiju reassured us that it was just exhaustion, and it was a huge relief. Still, you should be careful. If you feel unwell over the next few days, come find me and I'll take you to see Cloud Retainer. She may not be known for her skill in medicine, but the Adepti are knowledgeable and resourceful in all kinds of fields, so I'm sure she can help. I forgot to check if Keqing had extra dialogue. If you feel under... Alright. Let's go back and check on Keqing real quick. Hopefully she's not so busy that she's already switched locations again. Man, we run out of stamina real fast. How many files do I need to review? I should do a recount. Ooh, so much work. I'm really curious about Yoimiya being here. That's probably going to be interesting. The worst is over, and now I can relax. Thank you. Just as I expected. It's exquisite. The fetter problem could have had grave consequences, but thanks to you and Director Who, we are able to resolve without issue. Allow me to thank you again on behalf of all of Liyue Harbor. Many in this world claim to be heroic, but it takes a true hero to step forward in times of crisis. Liyue Harbor is truly fortunate to have received help of so many heroes. Anyway, I won't force you to listen to my compliments any longer. I want you to actually enjoy the festivities. That includes the food, too. Crisis is over, so take it easy. Make the most of the festival. Any extra dialogue? Now to deal with the aftermath. Ooh, I don't want to think about that. Run away. Captain Beto. She's in an odd spot. She fishing or something? Oh, is she in this tower? I didn't even know you can go up here. I'll tell you this much, I never would have thought to look up here. Phew, it's almost time to head back to the ship. Haha, not too shabby. I like the style and nice penmanship. Looks like your skill with the pen is just as good as your skill with the blade, huh? I'm just glad that everyone is safe. With your help, that's practically a guarantee. I'm not the only one impressed by your feats. My crew is dying to have a drink with you. My tolerance isn't that high, I fear. Don't worry, I already got him off your back. You're fierce on the battlefield, but when it comes to alcohol, my crew would drink you under the table. Still, you should join us for a meal when you're free. I'll host. In the meantime, I've got to get back to the ship. I just received payment from the Tijuan, so it's time to divide it amongst the crew. Once I do that, I'll start prepping for our feast. I'll be in touch. No backing out, you hear? I still need to do her hangout event. I kept the crew waiting for too long. I should get back. I mean, did I expect him to be literally anywhere else? Dr. Baiju is at Boo Boo Pharmacy. I wonder where Chi-Chi is.
This medicine is all set. I'll have herbalist Gui deliver it in a bit. Oh, that's very considerate, thank you. How have you been feeling the past few days?
All good, thanks to your miraculous skills. I'm feeling just fine.
That's good to hear. Standard medical texts offer little information on the treatment of fetor. I had to rely on ordinary methods. Your constitution is strong. You were covered in fetor, but your cardiovascular system remained unaffected.
Interesting. So it didn't get in our bloodstream.
The real miracle is the fact that you walked away from the array with no lasting damage.
Are you okay?
Don't worry. It's just exhaustion. I stayed up all night writing prescriptions.
Which is exactly why you need a break. Relax, your body will pay the price.
There's no need to worry. I know what I'm doing. Come find me if you begin to feel unwell. I can provide you with some restorative medicine.
Now, just give me a fried egg, I'll be fine.
Never forget, even minor symptoms can be important warning signs.
How about taking your own advice? Staying up all night, you need some restorative medicine of your own.
It's all right, Chung Chung. I know what I'm doing. Come find me if you begin to feel unwell. Even minor symptoms can be important
Yeah, I got it. Follow your own advice, please. Alright. And now we get to do the interesting ones. I mean, Charlotte's not going to be that interesting, but Charlotte is Charlotte. Is there a reason why Xiao was so tied to Wang Shu Inn specifically? I'm pretty rusty on the lore when it comes to Wang Shu Inn. Thank you. Your breathing is steady and your footsteps are light. You look like you made a full recovery. Still, your actions were too reckless. You should reflect on your lack of regard for your safety. Ah, so you found out? I wasn't there in the moment, but through the witness sigil I was able to sense your actions. I could tell you entered the array and took the force of the blast on behalf of the young girl from the Wangsheng funeral parlor. I got through just fine. In any case, I'm glad you were unharmed. Now I can put my worries to rest. Monsters driven mad by fetor could still attack, so I should patrol the area. you run into trouble, I'll call your name. Alright, take care. If anything happens, remember to call my name. Alright. Well, that was short and sweet. This is why I wasn't excited to talk to Zhao. I kind of expected them to chastise us a little bit. Oh. Mr. Zhongli. Oh, are we gonna get a Silver-Tongue Tian cutscene? What a fine tea. Oh, I'm sitting in the chair. Thank you. You're here at the perfect time. Director Hu brought me a pack of premium aged iron vermilion. It just finished steeping. Thank you for the hint earlier. Your thanks are unnecessary. It was your sharpness of mind that put it to good use. Many deserve thanks on this occasion. Director Hu for her steadfastness, the Ministry of Civil Affairs for their leadership. As a consultant, all I did was help the Director Hu prepare a few gift envelopes and fortune coins. Not to mention, we have you to thank for Director Hu's safe return. So if anyone else is to offer thanks, that person should be me. How did you make this about me? Huh? Is that how it is? The tea is ready. Please, have the first cup. Indulge me with some stories of your recent endeavors. I'm quite curious about your recent endeavors. Yeah, we should tell you about everything that went down in Natlan. Because that was a whole fucking deal. It also might have something to do with why this thing happened here. Alright, now the really interesting person. There's always been a popular request for Yoimiya to show up at one of these lantern rites. Because she's like the main fireworks character, but she's never been to Liyue. Or should I say, she's never been to a lantern rite. That being said, she could have been to a lantern rite before the borders got closed. This lantern is so pretty. Wow, so this is a gift envelope. So pretty, thank you. It's going straight into my collection. Seeing you here, getting this gift, guess it was worth the trip after all, huh? Was this not a good enough time for you? No, it's not that. The food is delicious, and there's so many fun things to do, it's just... I heard during previous lantern rites there were huge fireworks shows and tons of Shao lanterns. But not this time. I thought that huge tree-like lantern might shoot out fireworks at any moment. Still, Lady Tianquan's ritual was super impressive, and the lights were beautiful. The next festival in Inazuma, I'm going to put on a giant light show too. I'll let you know ahead of time to save you the best seat in the house. Don't you miss out. I wonder how they're made. Yeah. I do wonder how they're made. And then there was one. I said we'd get it done in under 3 hours. We are cutting it close. How's it going, Charlotte? Weird. Why can't I find any clues? Ah. Huh? Oh, great hero of Liyue. Perfect timing. Come on, I have so much to ask you. Don't worry, it's completely off the record. I'm just here to give you a gift envelope. Ah, thank you for this. It's beautiful. Now on to the real business at hand. Oh boy. You know about the ritual Lady Tianquan conducted, right? I've asked around and everyone says it's one of those land traditional ceremonies, but I also heard it hasn't been performed in a long time. Not to mention the ritual was... As the ritual was starting, I saw a flock of birds scatter in the mountains near the harbor, and a strange light coming from the forest. Did you walk over there? Oh, it's all thanks to my camera. I bought an ultra telephoto lens not too long ago. Definitely came in handy just now. Unfortunately, it was super dark and the photos are too blurry to make out anything. That's why I was hoping you could fill me in. So, is there anything that you can tell me? Doesn't have to be right now. You could write me a letter if you remember something. Here, take of this. Think of it as an advance. I'll treat you to a meal back in Fontaine. I still feel super sorry for that bill Paimon stuck you with. And yes, I will bring that up at every opportunity. Just give us 10,000 mora. Next time you're in Fontaine, I'll treat you to a meal. I'm sure you will, and I'm sure you will also regret that. Well, thank you everybody who stopped by. This has been a fun ordeal. But it's getting late. It's almost midnight here. And I would like to get some sleep since I gotta wake up at 6:30 tomorrow. But until next time, you can always find out what I'm going to be doing when and where. I will always post that in my Discord, links to which are in the description and about page. If you want to see these live, Twitch TV/Sheet Streams, if you're not here already. I'll see you all in the next stream, where likely I'm probably going to be doing some side missions in Honkai Star Rail. Or maybe I'll branch out and start doing some other stuff. We do have a One Piece read-through that's probably going to be tomorrow. And that'll probably get uploaded ahead of this, because those are a lot easier to edit, because they're not like 2-hour streams. They're like 30 minutes to 40 minutes. So, if you've watched that already, I have been streaming the Elbaf, my reaction to the Elbaf arc in the manga of One Piece. So if that's something that interests you, you can check out the playlist on my YouTube channel. Until next time, stay safe everyone,